Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to the channel for a brand new Star Wars Squadrons update. That's right, you heard correctly, a Star Wars Squadrons update. We have some super exciting news thanks to everyone over at EA and Motive. We are getting some brand new content coming to Star Wars, which is something we did not expect at all. So I'm super excited. I didn't think we'd be seeing anything else for this game. I'm sure a lot of you guys did too, but I have exciting news on two new updates coming in November and December, including the addition of two brand new starfighters, a new map for fleet battles, and also dogfights, as well as, that's right, private matches. Something that a lot of you guys have been begging for, and obviously playing in the tournaments and things that I've been doing lately, I can see how private matches are a massive addition to this game. So with that said, I'm going to go through the update information here. We do have a brand new pilot briefing. I'm going to go over the details in this. There is a quick message from the guys. If you want to read it, I will leave a link down below. But basically it says, thanks to everyone for the amazing support. The feedback and what they got out of the game was much more than everyone expected. Due to the really well-received intro to the game, everybody loved it. There was obviously a lot more downloads than they expected, a lot more people playing it, and a lot more community support, including those doing the tournaments and different things like that. They just wanted to say thank you. And to say thank you, they've actually added this new content in, starting in November. So on November 25th is going to be update 3.0. With it, there's going to be some bug fixes, balancing changes and tuning, as well as a bunch of other stuff. So the first thing, the key thing to add here in this update is a brand new map coming to the game, and this is Foster Haven. So they're adding Foster Haven to dogfights and also fleet battles. If you guys don't know the map, I'm going to insert a picture here. This was straight out of the campaign, and of course you've all played this level already. You have to play it in the first mission of the campaign, so you will definitely recognize it. I think this will be a really cool map, more so for dogfights. I'm not sure how well it's going to work in fleet battles. We'll definitely have to wait and see, but if they extend the map out into a bigger area, definitely it can work in fleet battles. But I think dogfights on this map is gonna be so much fun. There's so many little intricate areas in this map that you can dodge and fly around. I really think it's gonna be cool. I don't know if we'll get to go through that sort of tunnel area that you fly through in the campaign, but I definitely think it's gonna be a really fun map to play. Not only are they adding this map, but they're also adding some new components. It says that with this first update will come 4 new components. For fighters and bombers, you'll be able to use the Boost Extension Kit, a component that when used gives your starfighter a full boost. It'll then recharge over time and can be used again. This will help these starfighters be able to change the pace of the battle in a new way, such as giving them the ability to change the tide of dogfights or to get out of engagements with flagships if used wisely. Next, they're giving the interceptors and fighters a way to provide more assistance against capital ships and flagships. They'll be getting the ion rockets. Not unlike the barrage rockets they currently have, these will be great for hit and run attacks to strip enemy shields. These rockets move at half the speed of standard rockets, but they can be used at the same time as other components, including their non-ion counterparts. Time them well for the best results. So my honest opinions on these guys, couple of things here. These first 2 components that we're getting, the Boost Extension Kit will be cool to add some extra speed to your bomber class and your fighters. I think the ion rockets are going to be interesting to see how they go and how quickly they sort of take out shields, and then you can combine them with your standard rockets that aren't actually using ion components. So this will be a really cool combination to see how it goes with both of them. The next thing they're adding for bombers and fighters, which will be the prototype piercing torpedoes. This provides these 2 ships with a new tactic for taking on capital ships. Though these torpedoes do less damage overall than any of their class, they have the ability to bypass capital ship and flagship shields, making them very well suited for striking enemy flagship subsystems before the shields have even been taken down. And honestly guys, this sounds like if you can get really good with the bomber and fighter and you can have this equipped, you can take out capital ships super early within a round. I definitely think it's cool. They're thinking of different ways to switch up the meta, different ways to take out the capital ship. This component sounds really, really cool, and I'm excited to test it out. Now, of course, last but not least, for the U-Wing and the TIE Reaper, they'll be getting a new way to support their allies when taking on enemy capital ships and flagships with the anti-material rocket turret. Though this turret doesn't target enemy starfighters, it's very well poised to take on flagship subsystems, capital ships, and even turret turrets, and other deployables from enemy support ships. So basically what this sounds like, guys, is when you're flying around the capital ships and also their flagships, this is automatically going to lock on and start firing at these subsystems. I really think this is going to be cool. You don't necessarily need to be attacking one subsystem for this to take effect on another subsystem. For example, if you're flying towards one of them, it may be shooting another one. So it just gives you that extra bit of damage on the enemy subsystems, and I really think it's going to be a great addition to any U-Wing or TIE Reaper. Now, wait, there is much more. We get into the December update right now. Update 4.0 coming in the holidays. They don't have an actual date yet. They just say in December at some point. They'll also be doing more bug fixes and other changes as well. But the super exciting part you've all been waiting to hear, 2 brand new starfighters are being added to the game, one for the New Republic and one for the Empire, and that is the B-Wing and the TIE Defender, and I can't wait to get my hands on these guys. Honestly, I was feeling a little bit flat with Squadrons for a while, but playing in the Squadrons tournament that was hosted by Star Wars Legions recently made me start to enjoy the game again, the teamwork behind it, playing with friends, and 2 brand new starfighters is just the fresh thing we're going to need in December when we start to feel this way again. So these 2 brand new starfighters are going to be really, really exciting. Now for the B-Wing, it says designed as the Blade Wing prototype by the Mon Calamari engineer Quarry and finally tuned under Hera Syndulla's guidance, the B-Wing starfighter makes its way into the Republic's fleet in this update. Naturally, there's a fitting counterpart for it on the opposing faction too, from the mind of the brilliant military tactician Grand Admiral Thrawn, who I'm sure you're all very familiar with. The TIE Defender multi-role starfighter will join the Imperial Navy as well. These 2 starfighters are as powerful as they are iconic, though understandably balanced out for the purposes of the game. The B-Wing will be categorized as a bomber class starfighter and the TIE Defender will be a fighter, each being able to use components relevant to their faction and class, but they'll also come with their own unique aspects in line with what you'd expect from them, such as the B-Wing with the gyro cockpit and swiveling wings, and the TIE Defender with its shields. These functions and a couple of unique components will help them differentiate themselves from the other starfighters in their classes and factions, but we've also made sure they aren't outright better by default. There's still going to be a good reason to pick a Y-Wing over a B-Wing, or a TIE Fighter over a TIE Defender, and vice versa. It'll depend very heavily on your playstyle and what the situation calls for. So guys, the things that I'm super excited about is obviously these are going to slot straight into a bomber class and a fighter class, but they're not going to behave exactly the same way. It's cool that they're adding some differentiation between the regular classes and the newly added B-Wing and TIE Defender. They've given you some different components that you can mix up so that it doesn't just feel like the same stagnant gameplay. I think this is really key in this edition, is that it doesn't feel just like another starfighter that we already have. It's going to make them their own sort of thing and individualize them from the other classes. Now, last but not least, one more super exciting piece of information is, of course, private matches. And it goes on to say, of course, above else, well, maybe aside from the cosmetic of the child, there's something that's been greatly requested to be an addition to the game, and this is custom matches. We were so excited from the moment we heard about the community-run tournaments to actually getting to see them in action, so we knew this was something we had to provide in some way. Custom matches will allow 1 to 5 players per side across 2 teams to play on any of these now 7 maps in both dogfights and fleet battles. There will be some additional restrictions and modifiers that you can also change. These things include things like hull, shield, damage modifiers, changing capital ship health, restricting certain starfighters, and other tools to help you change how you can play in these custom matches. With this, there will also be custom match server browsers for you to search through private matches made by your friends, as well as public ones made by people you may not know. So guys, custom matches coming into Star Wars Squadrons, 2 brand new starfighters, a brand new map for both dogfights and fleet battles. This next 2 months is going to be huge for the game, and I'm going to be uploading more content. I need to finish my playthrough of Star Wars Squadrons and get that uploaded for you guys, so you can expect that to come to the channel very soon. You guys can also expect some Battlefront 2 videos coming very soon. I am jumping back into that very, very soon, so you guys can be on the lookout for those videos as well. But that's pretty much everything I have for this video. A ton of information to take in there, guys. Let me know down in the comments below what you're excited for the most. Me, it's definitely the 2 new starfighters, but it will be nice to have private matches and also a brand new map to fly around and take on enemies in. So lots of things to look forward to. Make sure you guys leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and you are excited for the brand new updates coming in November and December. But with that said, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all so much for watching another video. I will see you in the next one. May the Force be with you always.
much for